South Korea once recycled 2% of its food waste. Now it recycles 95%.
Here's a summary of the article.
Image, UNFAO. In a recent report, the World Economic Forum identified cutting food waste by up to 20 million tons as one of 12 measures that could help transform global food systems by 2030. Now South Korea is taking a lead, recycling 95% of its food waste. South Koreans each generate more than 130 kilograms of food waste each year. By comparison, per capita food waste in Europe and North America is 95 to 115 kilograms a year, according to the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations. As far back as 2005, dumping food in landfill was banned, and in 2013 the government introduced compulsory food waste recycling using special biodegradable bags. The bag charges also meet 60% of the cost of running the scheme, which has increased the amount of food waste recycled from 2% in 1995 to 95% today. Kim Mi-hwa, chair of the Korea Zero Waste Movement Network, told Huffington Post, "There's a limit to how much food waste fertilizer can actually be used. This means there has to be a change in our dining habits, such as shifting to a one-plate culinary culture like other countries, or at least reducing the amount of bangkan that we lay out."
This post received a score of 37,952, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Most apartment complexes have already had not-so-smart food waste bins for years, but not since 1995, which is where the 2% figure came from. Official municipal trash bags cost money and recycling your food trash is free. Relative to North American eating habits, much less food goes to waste in this system. Some substantial categories of food waste are non-recyclable, such as chicken bones.
I'm Korean and I agree with you. But it is true that we pay for all kinds of special garbage bags and that goes into government spending for eco-friendly work. Also, recycling is huge here. Not just food recycling. When I compare an average Korean apartment complex's recycling and garbage disposal system with the ones I've seen in the States, there's a huge difference.
That's very true. When I visit family in the States, the only way to dispose of a plastic bottle is throwing it in the regular trash, which is bound for a landfill. It almost feels illegal.
This varies state by state, and urban versus rural. In cities in Massachusetts and New York it's difficult not to recycle or compost. Even in office cafeterias, the cups and silverware are made from compostable plastic. When you get to more rural areas, it becomes more difficult. Also, states just don't prioritize recycling, so it's not as available. That compostable plastic isn't being composted. Guarantee you. It is only compostable by a special process. It won't break down in a landfill or compost heap. So you're right that it's industrially compostable. But the companies I've worked for will send it to industrial composting facilities, so it sounds like they are. All the grocery stores around me use the same packaging, but I'm not sure if they actually compost it or just add it to the garbage. Same with restaurants and food trucks that use industrially compostable takeaway containers, which end up in regular trash. That being said, I left an iced coffee cup from work in my car one day and it melted just from the sun's heat to a small disc in my cup holder, so maybe the heat of a landfill will also melt them down.
South Korea is so advanced that they don't start at 0% like the rest of us.
They started recycling before there was even people.
To be fair, nature recycles everything. There's always a bigger fish.
To be fair, everything my body poops out is recycled.
Live in Korea, use the RFID food waste bin thing. Basically it's a scale that weighs your food waste and you pay an annual amount based on how much you throw away. It used to be there were separate food waste bins. The machines that weigh the waste do sort of make you more aware of how much food waste you're generating. As far as not throwing food trash out with the regular trash, it's mostly because you're not supposed to, but occasionally people still do.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.